Welcome back to the Hamlet, Rags to Riches. It is part 2 in season 9. Here we go. To begin this episode off, we do have a transfer deal. Andrews has gone to Carlisle because the transfer window was not over when when I left you in the last one. And we do have a couple more transfers to handle, but it's going to be a mix between showing highlights and transfers. So the first one here is Andrews. He's gone. 20k we got for him. He went for Carlisle. So there we go. I mean, we didn't really need him, so yeah, exactly. The first highlight is against Gillingham. We managed to squeeze through with, on the penalty with a full rotated squad, so you know what? Yeah, not the best result in the world, but at least we got through it. Back in the league, we were playing against Crewe in our second game in the league, and it's a 1-0 victory. It was pretty hard playing through them, and yeah, but I mean, away from home, this is a good result, of course, but it was hard playing through them, as we can see here. Only 2 shots on target. And it was a very even game. Definitely a very even game. And we're probably not even the best team out there, but we got our result. 3 points away from home. At home against Doncaster, a 3-2 result here, but we almost bottled it, as we can see down here. They got a couple of very, I wouldn't even call them chances, but you know what? Very small chances. And we were really close to bottling this one. But we did manage to find 3 goals, 2 of them really early on. And Henry Timmy Davis, he looks pretty promising. I mean, who would have thought that it would be really good to have a big striker in there as a poacher, not a target man, but a poacher that is both fast, pretty big, can jump, can hit, everything that you actually need. So we might have a really good poacher here on our hands. At least that is what I thought. West Ham at home in the Carabao Cup, second round here. I don't think anyone was expecting us to win this one. I mean, this is a pretty big Premier League team. And look at these names, man. They got Declan Rice, Joe Rodon, João Pedro. Wow, Alan. I mean, we shouldn't win this one. Who else? Nikol Vlasic. What the hell? I mean, how did I manage to win this one? I have absolutely no idea, but the guys did it. It's even with a rotated squad here. A lot of the guys wouldn't play normally. McKenna is in there, King is in there, Anthony Jones, Hassani. I mean, yeah, sure, they're playing, but mostly they're playing the cup games. So we got them on the penalties. So there we go. We did really well here. As you would say, we hammered the hammerers on the penalties. So the transfer window was closing here, and it wasn't closed yet. So Arnaldo is moving out with 6 hours on the clock. So yeah, we're kind of missing a central defender now. We did get 20k for him, so you know what? That's fine. He never really showed us anything good. So 20k, getting that for him, that's fine. So I got in a replacement here. He's 30 years old, Godlifey. I'm not sure how to pronounce him, but he's on a quite heavy weight for a backup. I don't think he has actually played yet. So also because we got a lot of central defenders that are doing, I wouldn't say good, but it's just better than him, to be honest. So I think he still needs to play. So, well, it might be a pretty ridiculous signing here, but I felt like I could do it, and I felt like it was a pretty decent signing. And he kind of looks kind of good, but he's here for 1 year, and you know what? If he's a backup and we might need him because of injuries or stuff, then he's here. Otherwise, it's kind of wasted, but there we go. Carl Garbot also got sold here, very, very close to the, 6 hours to go, actually. Countdown is just, what? I thought, okay, well, whatever. Carl Garbot, 6 hours left on the clock, and we sold him for 10k. Well, actually, not 10. Oh, yeah, it is 10k, 10.75k to be precise. So we're kind of missing a wingback now. At least a third choice wingback. And you know what? I felt that we didn't really want to go out and spend money on anyone new. So I went down into our youth academy. One of the guys that didn't go out on loan is this guy, Gavin Archie. He's moved up. I think he's played like 1 or 2 games so far. So he's like third choice, of course. Of course, he's third choice. Back in the league against Cardiff. And they were 15th in the league. And honestly, I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. No, nothing. I got nothing. It makes no sense. We can play that well against West Ham and even Doncaster and also Crewe, and then we go into this game and nothing. We didn't have a single highlight. I played on extended, not a single highlight for us, and I couldn't find the reason why. I mean, we have the momentum. but we just couldn't play through them for some reason. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what went on here. I'm just lost for words, except from I'm still talking. But you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? First game in the Papa John's against Northampton. They are, of course, in League 2, so not a big squad. But we did manage to kind of bounce back with a good win here. 3 goals. I mean, some of these guys that are... See, this is the guys that would normally not play in the other game. And they play like Sayer here. 9.0, finding goals and also having 2 key passes. He probably deserves a spot in the first team squad. So some of these guys definitely probably will start more in the next coming games. Away against Hull. Hull was 17th in the league and a 2-0 victory away from home here. That is pretty damn good. But of course we scored pretty late. But you know what? 2-0 is 2-0, right? And I felt like, okay, now we're back in business, right? Now it looks okay again. And you know what? You can see it right here. Sayer, where is he? He should be in here. There, 8.0, another assist. He might be a little bit better than our old wingback. What is his name? I don't even remember his name. Max Clark. Not that Max Clark is bad, but so far Sayer has been doing quite well. At home against Rotherham. Now Rotherham is not a bad team. They are predicted like 7th or something like that, and I think they were sitting 9th when we played them. But a bit disappointing that we couldn't find a win with 1.92 XG here. That's we couldn't find the goal, I guess. At home against Leyton Orient as well. Pretty much the same deal. I mean, we are getting the XG at least 1.32 here. So that's over 3.0 XG where we are not scoring. That's pretty disappointing. 16 shots, 5 on target. Still, we can't find to manage to squeeze through here. It's not really. That's not a good trend. I mean, sure, Leyton Orient is they play quite good this season. They were sitting 9th when we played them here, so it's not like they actually... That's wrong. They were sitting 6th, but still, we should manage to find a goal here, but we didn't. And this is where my brain is just exploding with what the hell is going on. Shrewsbury in the Carabao Cup, they are in League 2, and they are like 18th in League 2, so they're not even a good squad in League 2. And they just went in and killed us. I mean, yeah, it's on small chances. They're scoring on small chances. But this is the 3rd game in a row where we are not scoring. We are above 4.0 in XG without scoring a goal now. That is terrible news. Our strikers are not doing their job right here. I feel like the tactic is working. I feel like we were really unlucky with some of the goals here. But still, we are losing to a League 2 squad. That's just not... Let's just keep it at that, because I as a manager, I'm just looking at it and thinking, what the fuck is my players doing? The last game of the bunch here back in the league against Forest Green away from home. Now, Forest Green is not a bad team, so I mean, the inconsistency is really odd here, because we're going from a pretty hard team to play, like Forest Green here, and then the other one, Shrewsbury, should be an easy win. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But Aaron Collins, at least he managed to find 2 goals here and give us the win. They did score pretty late in the overtime, but whatever. Still, we did quite well in terms of how we played. We played pretty cautious against them, and we took them on the counters, and that worked quite well for us. So, you know what? In the momentum, they were probably the better team, but XG-wise and also goal-wise, we were the better team here. But, it's a very good win, this one. Also, just bouncing back and keeping us up in the top half of the table, of course. So, that's a pretty sweet win. So, if we look at the schedule here that I have played, I mean, we have those 2 games, a 3-0 loss to Shrewsbury and a 3-0 loss to Cardiff. That is kind of blowing my mind, because I don't understand what the fuck happened in those. Other than those 2, it looks quite decent. Except we are not really scoring enough. I mean, we have this period of time where we're not scoring against some teams where we should probably have scored. XG-wise, we should definitely have scored. So it's going to be... I mean, we're on point. We're in terms of my top 15 prediction, or top 15, not prediction, but expectation, we're definitely going to get that. I'm not worried about that at all. I think we got the quality to do that. But in terms of... And here's the other thing. I think my tactic is 100% working. But some of the players are just... I don't know what sometimes they just completely... mentally off or something. I don't know what's going on in some of these games. But yeah, it's a little bit of a worry sometimes with the strikers not taking their chances. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So I want to play 3 games today. It's gonna be Blackpool, Brentford in the Brentford under 23s, of course, in the Carabao, not the Carabao, that's the Papa John's. So basically a friendly, and also Mansfield. So we got 3 games to play here. So let's take a look at the table and see how that is. Well, we're third in the league, so I can't really complain too much, even with the draws we got, even with us not scoring enough goals. As we can also see here, goal difference is only 4. We need that to go up if we are to be up here at the end of the season, which we are not expecting. We're not expecting that, but I'm just saying it could happen if we are scoring a bit more. So it looks really good. A really good start to the season, of course. Except from going out of the Carabao Cup, I'm not happy about that. I'm actually very upset about going out of the Carabao Cup, playing against Shrewsbury. That's not acceptable. So a quick update on who is really playing well for us. It's Collins, it's Davis, the 2 strikers up there. Definitely the 2 ones. I'm a little bit surprised that it's those 2 that's gonna do fine for us this season. Because Walls and, where is he? Leon Brown, they haven't shown too much. So right now it's Collins and Davis up there. I'm surprised, especially with Collins. Ngonge and King is definitely the best 2 central defenders so far. They are usually playing the libero. Either one of them is playing the libero. But yeah, they're doing the libero role seems to have some really high ratings for some odd reason. Also, Sayer has been doing quite well on that wingback role. Cooper in goal been quite good. McKenna as well when he's playing in the Cups. Charlie been doing quite well in that wide centre-back role on the right-hand side. So that's good to see. Garcia on the right-hand side. So the more attacking wing-backs have been doing a whole lot better than the more defensive-minded or just more wing-backy. I don't even know what I mean, yeah, Clark's, the double Clark's hasn't been as good as the other ones, but maybe because Sayer and Garcia has been playing a little bit of weaker opponents, I'm not sure, but they have definitely been the better wingback so far. Sani has probably been the best center mid, so that's interesting. He's probably the weakest of them all in terms of status or in terms of attributes, but he seems to be doing best in there. Julie has been okay, 7.03. Yeah, so I mean, we do have some players that are not doing too well, like Hope. But every time he's playing, he doesn't look really good in that role, AMC role. Chris K, one of the wingbacks, he's probably 3rd choice right now. He's not looking too good. Anthony Jones, yeah, it might be too much of a level to him to go up here and play here. Anderson, not looking too great. Hartland, yeah, he hasn't really played a whole lot. Clark, not too great. Leon Brown has been, I mean, yeah, he's not been great. Nuhu, now here's the thing. I think the advanced playmaker role is not giving you, because what I'm seeing in the game, I'm played a lot of extended and comprehensive in these games that I have played. And what I'm seeing is that Nuhu is definitely working. What he's doing in there is very, very, very important, but he's not getting the average rating to compensate for it. Or compensate for it? I mean, he should have a lot. I'm thinking right now, the game is not allowing AMC roles to get enough ratings, because what he's doing is definitely important to how we are playing. And he's doing great. I mean, yeah, he doesn't get the rating, but what I see in the game is definitely worth having him in there. So I think we should ignore the AMC ratings. Honestly, we should just completely ignore them. If it stood to me, he would probably be around 7.20. If I were to give him ratings. Also, a quick update on the loan deals we have out right now. Most of them are doing quite well. You can see that this is the progress. You can see that they are pretty much all of them going up, you know. So after 10 games, they're pretty much all of them going up in terms of, except from Omari Jackson. Maybe he's injured or something. I don't know. He's actually not playing a whole lot. We should probably recall him and get a new loan deal for him. I'll do that if that keeps happening. But I mean, he's 23, so he's not gonna improve that much further. But yeah, so far so good with the loan deals. It seems like everyone is improving quite well. Oh, look at that. Dave Davenport. He actually had 5 goals from 10 games. That is pretty sweet. I like to see that. Anyway, we got a game to play here. It is against Blackpool. They are 13th in the league. I'm not sure where they are predicted, but who cares? They're 13th. We should win this. Even away from home, we should probably win this. A narrow win, probably, but whatever. Shoot on side. I don't know about that. We'll see if we can if we remember it and we don't see a lot of chances, we will do shoot on side throughout the game. But let's get into the team selection here. So this is how we're setting up for today's game. It is going to be Cooper in goal, Charlie, King, and Gonge, because they're both playing really well. And I think Gonge can do that wide centre-back role. He's on support now, actually, out here. So that's a small change from the last one, I think. I made a lot of small changes here and there. Sayer and Garcia on the wing-back roles, very aggressive or attacking wing-backs. Well, they are not on attack, they're on support, but they are a lot more attacking-minded than some of our other wing-backs, and a lot faster as well. The speed is probably, the physicals are probably very important here. Haki and Hassani in the midfield, along with Nuhu a little bit further forward. Collins and Tim Davis is definitely my preferred choice right now in terms of who we're playing up there. It's a bit odd with a false 9, but he's doing quite well in that role, Collins. He can also play the advanced playmaker role, but I think he's a little bit better in the false 9. So that's going to be interesting. Also, a couple of changes here. I've gone back to balanced in mentality. I am also doing low crosses now. I don't remember what I had in the last episode, to be honest. But yeah, a couple of small changes. Also distributing to fullbacks, if I'm not mistaken, that we didn't have that. But more so than ever, it seems like the goalkeeper is still choosing to do the centre backs. But if the centre backs is getting pressed, I think he's going to distribute to the fullbacks instead. Then hopefully that's what I'm hoping to see. In here, I'm not sure if I changed anything. I don't think I did. But there is a couple of new instructions on most of the players. Dribble less on all the centre backs here. I don't want them to dribble. And shoot less often on the wing backs, because they will get into situations where they're going to shoot and they're going to, they can't shoot. So yeah, let's not make sure they're not shooting. Same goes for the ball winning midfielder. He's actually getting really far up the pitch. He's really, really far up there. And I don't want him to dribble. I don't want him to shoot. Hassani, nothing. He already does what I want him to. Nuhu, roam for position, because he didn't really find the position that I was looking for. And now, more so than before, he seems to be getting into positioning where he's getting the ball a lot more often. Sometimes he's even dribbling out into the two of the wing situations here, or he's dropping deep. He's doing a lot of things that we need for an advanced playmaker to do. He's a lot more roaming than any other player in our team. So Collins, nothing. And the poacher is shooting more often. I want the poacher to shoot very often. So there we go. A couple of instructions now. And we're on version 8. Let's get into this game. Here we go. Into the dressing room. And yes, it does work again. The match is normal. I don't know what happened in that first game. No clue. It was really odd. Hands in pockets. Ignore the recent praises. Yeah, let's do that. Didn't help. Yeah, I'm expecting a narrow win here. Honestly, a narrow win, that would be probably what I was looking for here, or think it's going to happen. But seems like they're getting the first highlight. Are we playing on extended or key highlights? No, I went over to key highlights in the last game. Good. Just a free kick. Fair enough. But they do seem to get the first opportunities here. We do have the... okay. Give it 5 minutes more, then we're going to go over to shoot more often instead of work the ball into the box, because right now it doesn't seem like we're getting any chances. And they are playing really... Yeah, okay, that seems to be the deal. Sure. Shoot more often and actually take out focus through the mid, because it seems like we can't do that. We're not getting any chances anyway, so just take that out. Let's see what happens here. Maybe we will get a little bit... There we go. First highlight for us, Garcia. Collins, back to Hackney. Garcia is gonna... No, he's not gonna go for the cross, because we are playing on low crosses. So yeah, there we go. That's a low cross. Well done. That is what we like to see. And Collins with another goal. He's been excellent so far this season. I should probably have played him more last season as well. But good. Very good. Either him or Timmy is... I think, I mean, I don't know about the other two guys right now, because these two guys are getting the goals that we need. So, and they're both doing quite well. That was sweet. That was sweet. Right after we changed our tactic, it happened. So that's great to see. Right after, like 3 minutes after, or 2 minutes. Ooh. Right. So whose fault is that? I would say Cooper. He went out, and he shouldn't. He's a goalkeeper. He's not a sweeper keeper. I don't know why he went out there. And but No, it's of course it's also King's fault. I mean, he's just letting him run right through him. I can't really blame Ngongir and Charlie here. It's definitely King and Cooper's fault. King is just not there, and I don't know what Cooper is doing out there. It's like if you're going out for it, you need to take the man. you need to completely kill the man. If you're not getting the ball, kill the man. That's pretty terrible, and it does look like we are not looking too good in this game. And I have absolutely no idea why, because we're playing on key highlights. But we are not. We need to change something, because otherwise we're going to lose this match. I think we're going to go back to cautious, because we're definitely not the best team out there. What else? I don't know what to change here, because I don't know what's going on. I think we're going with a bit narrower, so we can maybe find each other a little bit easier. In terms of our passing, and yeah, I don't really have anything else, because I don't really know what's going on out there. Play for set pieces, not really. I think I've seen like 50 corners, and we haven't scored on any of them. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. Confirm changes. I really don't know what's going on out there. Well, let's see here. Okay, they're very narrow in there. Actually, since they are very narrow, we should probably go the opposite direction. We should probably play a lot more wide and try to get our wingbacks into play. Do a little bit higher tempo so they can't follow us, and a little bit more direct. Maybe we don't like that, but just standard. Just standard. Shoot inside low crosses. Should be fine. Cautious. So when we are counter-attacking them now, we try to counter-attack them, playing on cautious, counter-attacking a bit more wide, getting our wingbacks into play. Let's hope it works. At least that's my thought process. You know, it might not work. Nope. That was pretty well done by their goalkeeper. And I don't know why we had a floating cross, because we are playing for low crosses. Oh, come on, King! What the hell? What is this? Are we playing on full? See, why? Why is it changing over to full match here? Could you please just keep it at key highlights? You had a feeling. You had a feeling, right? That it was full match? It was. Sometimes it just does that. I don't know why it's changing over to full match for some reason. It's really odd. Ooh, Sayer is pretty done for. Well, I think we do have two... I think I'm going to put Max Clark in there, but it's really bad, because the way we are playing right now, we would rather have Sayer out there than Max Clark, because Max Clark is not really... How fast is he? 10 and 8 in acceleration and pace. Yeah, he's not really suited for this kind of tactic, is he? But I'll rather not take the chances on Sayer in terms of his condition here. He might as well just get an injury if we're not doing it, so let's bring him out. I mean, this is not a bad result for us. 1-1 is not a terrible result, but I'm just a little bit worried about seeing them being a little bit better than us. But we might have countered how they played now with what we did, going more wide, cautious, and all that. Seems like they're not really getting a whole lot of chances now. Okay, that's good. That's good. So it seems like it's working. I mean, we're not getting a whole lot of chances either, at least not big chances, but we are getting chances. That's the main point. They are not. So, okay. So far, so good. I think we're just going to continue with that kind of mindset in the second half here, because, well, if we don't allow them chances, we can't really concede. So, hands on hips and say, I'm happy with the... I think we're unlucky. You've done nothing wrong. I mean, King did something wrong, to be honest, but and also Cooper, but whatever. See, King is having 6.8. You know what? Let's. I think we're gonna move them around. Actually, I think we're gonna move. Actually, is King left-footed? I don't think he's. I think he's right-footed, isn't he? Oh, he's fairly strong with his left foot. Okay, he can play out there. I'm gonna bring Ngongé in here instead. Yeah, let's try that. I mean, all three of those guys down there can play the libero role, but I think Charlie is just better on the right-hand side, because he doesn't have the height to be, a more central figure. He's not that great in the air, so he's definitely more a technical kind of central defender, Charlie is. Or even he's probably more a ball-winning midfielder, to be honest, or carrilero. So, yeah. Okay, so far so good. We're definitely getting the chances here. They're not getting anything. So whatever we did, it worked. Probably playing wide and being a little bit more cautious about it. But if... Okay, they did get a chance here, but okay, a highlight. So let's see, 61 minutes in. King should get this. Or Ngonge. Why is it playing so slow? You... Yeah. Oh, that was a big chance. But sometimes it just resets for no good reason. This highlight thing just resets. I don't know why it is, but it just keeps happening to me. I'm not doing it. It's like, what? Why are you changing me? Why are you changing my settings? Please stop it. 70 minutes in. Oh, we do have a highlight here, it seems. Let's just see that and then make the subs. Clark Hassani should do better. Should do better. But like I said, 1-1 is not a bad result. Seeing how well they played against us. Hackney, Nuhu. See, we already... Yeah, Nuhu is not having a great game. And probably because we're not playing through the mid right now. What I'm thinking is just taking out the advanced playmaker role here completely. But I don't think that's a good idea, actually. But I could put Leon Brown in or just play 3 up top. But I think we will be missing a link in the midfield then. Even if we were not playing through the mid, I think we'll be missing something in there. But I think Booley is coming on here. He can definitely play this ball-winning midfield role. He's just not perfect at it, but he's a bit better when it comes to playing. You know, he's a bit more like a deep line playmaker. But Max Clark is already on a yellow. Anyone really nagger it? Not really. I think we might need someone else up there. Let's try Leon Brown a little bit more like a pressing forward. That could maybe help us out. Let's try it. I mean, we got 20 minutes left, 18 minutes, 17, 16, 14, whatever. But like I said, if we get away with this result, I'm not unhappy about it. They do get a lot more chances here near the end. They're definitely pressing on to get a result here. Okay, is this a highlight for us or for them? That's the question. I think it's for them. Ngonge, come on, mate. Why are you just playing it straight up to them and then you're not doing your duty here? Ah, come on, man. It's like... Sometimes. I mean, why are they doing that? Why are they just hooving it over the top directly to one of the central defenders of theirs? It's not making a whole lot of sense, is it? And he was not even pressed. There was no pressure on him. He's just going over the top into one of their central defenders. It's so horrible to see it. So, a 1-1 result. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it, but it's not a bad result for us. Away from home against Blackpool. It's not the worst. It's not the end of the deal. It's not the end of the world here. And since they are playing very narrow in their formation and tactic, it was really hard to play how we want to play. So I guess it's a good result. Right, but that did push us out of the playoffs for now. We're at 18 points, and it's very tight. This table is very, very tight, man. So that's at least something. Millwall is on top right now. But let's get to the next match. But that is the Papa John's, basically a friendly. Yeah, and the pass map also suggests that we just couldn't play through the mid. It was just so... they just had too many players in there. But we did actually do quite well in terms of getting it to the wingbacks. But yeah, if we have a game where we mainly need to go for the wingbacks, then we're probably not going to have a good game. We like to play through the mid. Our best players is in the mid, using our false 9, advanced playmaker, central midfielders, and then sometimes, pushing it out wide to get that cross in, but not every time. We more so than ever like to play through the mid. But one thing I am a little bit worried about is our central defense. It seems like they're just getting played over the top, or they are just not doing well, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they get the ratings, but what I'm seeing is they're making too many mistakes, and I'm not sure what I could change to, change that. Honestly, I'm not really sure about it. I think one thing I want to do is actually putting... yeah, I'm going to go even more fluid here. Wide centre back on support here, because I think we need both of them pushing up a little bit so we have an easier time controlling the game. I'm not sure about this libero role, but it's giving me some really good ratings. And I don't know. It could be a ball winning play, a ball playing defender instead. I think I'm actually gonna try that for the next game just to see how it is. I'm also gonna make the ball winning midfielder on defend, I think, because if we have the wide center backs going a little bit further up, I want these to be more holding positioning and let the rest of the guys. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Because this guy is gonna come deep sometimes and receive the ball in dangerous positions, and otherwise we're just playing around in the pretty high up the pitch. We're gonna move the ball around, and these guys are just gonna be holding quite a lot more than going too far forward because we need space. And if the ball winning midfielder is getting really high up here, there's no space for the false nine, and there's no space for the advanced playmaker because. I mean, yeah, they're creating overloads, but I don't specifically want that to happen. I want to create overloads with the wide center backs instead, or with the wing backs on the far side. So let's try that for the next game. I'm also gonna say that they should probably shoot less often because they will get themselves up in areas where they are likely gonna be shooting. I can't put more shorter passing on them, and I don't think that take more risk or take fewer risk is a good deal here. I don't want them to take risk, and I don't want them to take more risk as well. It's just do what you think is best out there, and I don't really want them to cross either. But I mean, I'm not gonna put too many instructions on them here, so we're just gonna put a couple on them. So pass shorter, dribble less, shoot less often. Why is it pass shorter right now? I guess normally it's more direct passing. Okay, yeah, we want to short passer. That's basically what we want to do here. Right, so we're probably gonna really heavily rotate this one, but let's see here in the tactical meeting. Higher tempo. I don't know about that. It's like ease of tackles on who? Garcia, he's probably not gonna play anyway. I'm gonna go with no because I mean we're passing a lot, and I mean, yeah, they're not a great team, Brentford under 23s. Nah, I'm just going to leave that alone. All right, so we got a very, very heavily rotated squad here. I think the only one in here that played the last game was Charlie. Can he actually play? Oh, he's kind of knackered. Do we have anyone else? I guess Hughes. Yeah, why not? Let's try Hughes in there. I mean, it's this is a bit of a funky central defense, and I'm making sure that he's on a no-nonsense good life because he's definitely not good on the ball. So no nonsense on him, and the wide center backs, hopefully Hughes and Melbourne can handle it. I mean, we're playing against a pretty weak team. So yeah, those three. McKenna is back in because I want to play him in the Cups. Clark, Jones, Anderson, Hope, Hartland, and Walls. So not the best team in the world, but hopefully it's going to be good enough for this game right here. Let's get into it. Well, I'm looking forward to see Ben Godlifey because it's actually the first time I'm seeing him in the game. So this is the match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Hansen Parkinson say that. Oh, they kind of liked it. Okay, that's good. So let's see how we do here. I mean, I'm playing on key highlights, so I can't really see how that, all the new things we just put in, how that actually works before I'm actually playing on, comprehensive or something like that. But hopefully it's going to work out. We should definitely control this game. We should definitely be the better team here and control it. Let's see. First highlights, 7 minutes in. Let's see what it's going to be. I think it's going to be for them. But I could be mistaken. Over the top again here. Hughes is taking care of that. Okay. It is a highlight for them. Let's see what kind of highlight it is so we get an idea of how they're playing. I think it's going to go over the top. Yeah. Good life. Deal with it. Okay, Clarky deal with that. Okay, that was pretty good. I like that he actually dealt with that and not missing his header because I've seen a lot of missed headers that way. Oh, there we go. So the highlight is probably for us. It's just a very extended kind of highlight. Clark, Anderson, Hartland. Oh, okay. Very strange highlight. Very unique kind of, what happened here. A couple of deflections and all that. Corner, Walls. Nope, he didn't get to it. What is that? Penalty. Okay. Anthony Jones is going to take it. What the I guess no one of our normal penalty takers is out there. Okay. Come on, Jones. That's a good penalty. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Jones. First goal of the season, of course, yeah. 17-year-old stepping up to the spot here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, 1-0 up. I mean, it's from a penalty, so yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But we're definitely, I don't know. Are we controlling this game? I guess we are, kind of. I mean, they don't have a chance yet, so yeah, kind of, we are. Sure, yeah, of course. saying of course. It's like, yeah, surely we are the better team out there. Always. Yeah. Well, so far so good. I mean, it is just a friendly, but it is nice to see that we are doing quite well here. Clarky again, Walls. Ooh, close one. I think that hit the crossbar or maybe the top of the net. Something like that. Still no chances for them. Wow. Okay. I mean, it is... I mean, Brentford under 23s, how good are they? Probably not. Probably National League level or something like that. They seem to be very, very narrow in the way they are playing here. But I guess we're finding a lot of space out there. Yeah, we can see it right here in the heat map. The wingbacks are doing probably a lot of work here for us. So far, so good. I don't have any complaints. Max Clark is finding a lot of space out there on the wingback. Yeah. Oh, they did get one chance. Okay, fair enough. Let's just move on. I don't really have anything to say here. Pump the fist. Nope. Pump the fist. Pump the fist. Go then, do better. I want more goals. 1.5 in XG. That's actually quite high. Okay. And yeah, in terms of where I'm wondering how our key map. Actually, we can see it right here. The passing network. Oh yeah, they're sitting very narrow in here. I probably want them to be a little bit more wide, to be honest. But interesting to see. Walls. Ooh, hello. I think that's the first goal or corner goal that I have seen in the entire season. I think that's the first one. I mean, they also look quite small. I mean, they don't look big. Any of them don't look big. So they're probably not good in the air. Yeah, they look like boys out there. They do look like boys. Clark, Hartland, Hope. Oh, that's not entirely a good ball, but let's see what this highlight is. Over the top, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe not. Yeah, it does look like over the top. There we go. It's coming over the top. Melbourne, okay, picking up the second ball here, putting it into Hope. Get it out wide, maybe. Get it out wide. Yes, good. But not entirely the passing I was looking for. But yeah, there we go. That's the ball I was looking for. And then across into Walls, and that's pretty decent. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if we had one of the taller guys in there, we would do a lot better because these two guys are not very tall. So neither Heartland or Walls are tall, but they're doing okay. I mean, we are up against a team that are probably not good in the air anyway. So it should be fine. Heartland, Melbourne, Anderson, back to Jones. Yeah, I think... What? He is told not to shoot. He is told not to shoot, but he did it anyway. And what a shot it was. Wow. 2 goals from Jones in the same game. What is going on? Take a bow, son. Oh! By the post in. That was no chance there for the goalkeeper. And that's like, how far is that out? Like 35? Something like that? 38 maybe even? That was far. That was very far out, actually. Yeah, that was interesting. that was an intrigue. Oh, I forgot about substitutes. I mean, they could probably play all the game here. Yeah, they're not running a lot for the... I don't know. Who should we take out? Andy Hope. What is he on? 6.7. But like we have seen, the advanced playmaker is not getting the ratings, but I still think it's an important role in our tactic. I could try something else, but in FM22, FM21, even in FM20, I have not gotten the AMC role to work in terms of getting them ratings. But I think they're still working. They're just not getting the rating they deserve. You know, it's like a couple of years ago, the goalkeepers, same deal. They didn't get any good ratings. If you saw a goalkeeper on 7.0, that was because he saved 20 saves in that specific game. If he saved 20 saves in now, he would be on 10.0. So they have fixed the goalkeepers, but I think the AMC role is still a little bit broken, at least to me. I can't get it to work in terms of ratings, but I feel like it's still working. So yeah, it's just a little bit odd with the ratings. Clark, Garcia, nah, I don't really want him. I don't really... Sayer, no. Is there anyone out here that I want to play right now? Leon Brown. Leon Brown should be coming on instead of Heartland, I guess. I just want him. I just want him to play a little bit. So I'm making this change not because I'm saving condition on anyone, more so to get Leon Brown a couple of minutes on the pitch. Basically, that's about it. Okay, they do get a corner here. Oh, good life. He dealt with that one. That's good. He's actually been okay in this game. So far, at least from what we have seen, he dealt with whatever came near him. So again here, good on the far post, near post. And McKenna is definitely a pretty good backup goalkeeper to have. He's been doing quite well in the cups. Only had like 1 or 2, major issues. Hope. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, what? You should be a lot faster than that. He tries to lob the goalkeeper when he can't do it. Yeah. Okay. Hope. I've lost hope in Hope. That's for sure. But like I said, the ratings are a little bit meh on that AMC roll. Are they gonna get a goal here? That's a good ball. He's getting pushed wide. Nope, they're not gonna get anything. And then it's just getting hoofed over the top there by someone. And again. And McKenna's going to deal with that. 85 minutes in, we should probably make some more subs here. See if anyone is really... Yeah, let's take Clark out for Sayer. Yeah, that's fine. Clark, Hope. Not really. Maybe Clark for Garcia. Just to save a bit of condition on those and just give 5 minutes to Garcia and Sayer. Ooh, that could have been a goal. Pretty good shot. Pretty good shot at the ground. Anthony Jones. Having a really good game, 8.5, 2 goals. I mean, that's an odd one. But that was a pretty good game. I am wondering how our I don't think we can actually see it here, can we? Analyst data. Nope. I can't see it here. I need the passing maps. That's what I'm looking for in terms of our midfield and also our wide centre backs. How they actually, added up in terms of passings and all that. But let's get out of this match and see that. Yeah, well, it's not exactly what I thought I would see here. See, I do like that they are a bit further up the pitch, but I don't know. Is this okay? I guess it's okay. Max Clark is not far enough. He's not far. See, they're sitting a little bit too narrow in here to my liking. They are, I like them holding positioning, but I don't know. What is he doing over here? Who is this over here? That is Anthony Jones. So it's actually Andy Hope dropping this deep. Why is he going so far up, Anthony Jones? That's really odd. He shouldn't be up there. But so it's actually, is Andy Hope going this low? I don't know about that. He's like, they are in, that's so strange to see. You know what? I mean, I like the advanced playmaker, but we don't need 2 playmakers in there. I think we're going to try and do an attacking midfielder instead. I haven't seen anything good from attacking midfielders, but I'm going to try and do that because he shouldn't be dropping as deep as as the advanced playmaker is doing. But I do want him to move into channels, I think. Or do I? Hold up the ball. I don't know. It's like the advanced playmaker is showing me stuff that I do like, but I think I can make the attacking midfielder do similar things, but not be as low. I want him to hold up the ball, I think. Or do I? No, I want him to roam. Do I want him to do anything else here? I want him to shoot less often. And probably shorter passing. I think shorter passing is also a thing. I don't know. Standard? I don't know. Just keep it as standard for now. Because otherwise I think he's going to come deep because he can't do the short passing. So let's just keep it as standard. Dribble less, dribble more. I kind of want him to dribble more, actually, I think. Hold up the ball, dribble more. I think dribble more might be suiting here for Nuhu. Let's see, first touch dribbling 14, pretty good technique, pretty good vision off the ball. Yeah, I think we're gonna try that. It's a lot of instructions, but I mean he should be good enough to do it. So and also Hope we're just gonna try that attacking midfielder instead of advanced playmaker, just to see if we can always change it back if we don't like it. All right, so we are going up against Mansfield. They're 23rd in the league and they don't look particularly good. They're really bad at tackling and stuff like that. I think we can control this game and hopefully we can find those few goals that we need to win this one. Let's do the tactical meeting. They're gonna try tackle. Okay, sure, because they do seem like a weak team, so that makes sense to me. Opposition instructions, and that's about it. So here's the thing. Anthony Jones probably deserves to start in. Same with Good Life, and but See, I think I'm gonna go with the poison that I know here, and that is gonna be Charlie, King, and Gonge, Cooper in goal, of course, Garcia, Sayer, because we do want those wingbacks in there that are more attacking. Hackney, Hassani, Nuhu, Collins, and Tim Davis. So it's the same as the first game we played. So I think this is gonna be the best 11 out there. And you can always argue that I should probably take these guys with me. I actually think I want to have a good life. Let's put him on the bench actually instead of... I don't feel like Melbourne is good enough. I just don't... well, he do actually have quite a significant... I'm going to take a good life with me for this one. And Anthony Jones, he probably also deserves to be on the bench, at least on the bench, instead of Bewley, maybe? Yeah, I think instead of Bewley here. All right, I think we're ready to go in. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Right, so what do we expect here? I expect a win, nothing else. I mean, we are at home. We're against one of the weakest in the league. We should win this. There's just no... I mean, if we don't win this, yeah, then I'm... not a happy manager. Let's tell you that. I think we are to show everyone, blah, blah, blah. We're favorites. We should win this comfortably. Point fingers. There we go. Didn't happen. They didn't like it. Didn't like me pointing fingers on them. But yeah, we should definitely win this one. I would be pretty sad if we're not to win this one. Let's see how it's it. We're definitely controlling the early stages here. That's good. They do get a... I don't like that. Probably counter-attacking. They are playing counter-attacking football, so yeah, on target. Well, we're not getting a whole lot here. I think give it a little bit more time. Okay. I don't know. I need to see a little bit more here. I'm thinking we might need to go a little bit more wide, but I'm not sure. That's... Okay, it's probably our highlight. Let's see this and how it... They're sitting very narrow, and we're playing through the mid. That's the problem here. I think if we're going a little bit more wide, we are going to stretch them a bit, and that will leave a bit more opportunities for us, both in the mid, but also out wide. So let's do that. Bit more wide here. Thank you kindly. Charlie, out to Garcia. That's good. Hackney, Charlie, Collins... I mean, the lines look pretty good. That's a good ball into Nuhu. Can he put it away? No, he's just going to hoof it over the top. Terrible. Horrible finishing. Right. Good chance, horrible finishing. That's definitely the culprit of the season. Good chances, horrible finishing. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Another highlight here after 35. Hopefully not for them. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, actually. Get it? Oh no! Oh no! You got to be... I don't even know what to do. It's like, it's... What can I do? It's just... Yeah, okay. I guess that's what you get when you're playing with an aggressive or not a defensive-minded wingback. He's going into the midfield where he should definitely be out here holding the ground and let the ball-winning midfielder and deep-line playmaker do their job. For fuck's sake! It's like I can't tell them to specifically do that. It's just the players not being intelligent enough to understand who or where they should defending. It's just so annoying to see. Terrible half. They get a goal from 0.20. We have 0.43. Definitely the better team. But one mistake, bang. All for nothing. And we can score enough goals to, make up for those mistakes. And it's like we as a manager playing this game can't do anything about those things. We can't specifically tell them. I could actually tell him to mark a specific man, but I've so far I have no good. I mean, for all my experience with Football Manager, it's not good to tell specific players to mark a specific player. It never really works well. It never really works well at all. Okay, a corner here could be something. We do have Collins in there. Oh, it's going in. It's going in. Timmy Davis. 2 goals from corners in this episode. Wow, what is going on? Timmy Davis. Great job. Okay, we're back in it. But still, I'm not happy. I mean, conceiving that goal was terrible. But at least we get a goal from a corner. That's actually really nice to see that we can actually do that. Because I haven't seen a whole lot in a long time when it comes to corner goals. There we go. Another chance here. Nuhu? Is it offside? No, it's not. Well done, Davis. This was all Davis. This was absolutely all Davis. That was a really good assist by Davis. I love that one. He didn't go for goal. He actually went for the assist. That was great. Also a really good... that is just perfect. And Nuhu is where he should be as an attacking midfielder. Yes. There we go. 2-1. Okay. That's really good. Was that an own goal, actually? It seems like an own goal. Huh. 66 minutes in. I mean, we're doing fine. That's the thing. It's just that one personal mistake by our wingback here, going into the midfield instead of actually doing his defensive duty out wide. Bang! You're done for. It's like, dang it. I'm not gonna take him out because it's. I don't think it's gonna. I think another player is gonna do the same mistake. Maybe I should. You know what? I think I'm gonna try this after this game and for the next couple of games. I'm gonna tell my wingbacks to specifically mark their wingers and their wingbacks. I think that's gonna work because these two guys can definitely handle anything in the mid part. Anything in the mid part, these two guys can handle that along with the central defenders. Let's try that after this game, or when I'm moving forward. But anyway, we need to make a substitute here of sorts. Not exactly sure who or anyone. Actually, just cancel it. I was just looking at it, and you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna make anything. Maybe a 75 or something like that. When someone is getting a little bit lower in condition. Oops, James King. Yeah, that's not great. Who do we have out? Yeah, well, we do have good Livey, so let's just put him on. And he's going to be playing, not as ball playing, but as no nonsense. Just no nonsense. Just hoof it over the top if you need to, basically. I don't care. Just don't take any chances here. But not great that King is injured. I don't like that. Sayer, Timmy Davis, Hassani. So far, I think Timmy Davis is my favorite player this season. Maybe along with, I don't know, Ngonge. I kind of like, no, not Ngonge. Nuhu, see, he doesn't have the ratings to suggest that he's a really good player, but I think Nuhu is, that's offside, isn't it? Yeah, that's offside. But I think Nuhu and Timmy Davis has been my favorite players, how they are playing and how they're doing and what they're doing. See, Nuhu, again here, he's doing excellent. He's doing excellent job here. He's really pushing the line to leave space for Timmy Davis to run into. Collins dropping deep to get the ball and all that. So it does work. I think attacking midfielder is probably better than the advanced playmaker. When we do also have that deep line playmaker anyway, so that is maybe the thing to go for. But again, it's only 7.0 in ratings. It's like it's getting really far up. So I just think the AMC is kind of jinxed, or not jinxed, cursed, kind of. It's not getting the ratings it deserves, to be honest. I think I'm going to take Sayer out for a more defensive-minded Max Clark. And I'm going to save the other one for, I don't know, an injury, whatever. Let's see what happens. But yeah, it's been an okay game so far. We're not getting too much on target here, but it's been okay, I guess. I think they're going defensively here, maybe. Because we're not really getting a whole lot. I think they're going defensively. Who are we going to take out? I don't know. He's dropped to 6.9 now. Even with a goal, he's dropped to 6.9. It's cursed. That AMC role is completely cursed. I think something in the midfield, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Hackery instead of Jones. Yeah, Stuart Jones. Let's put Jones on. Fresh legs. Young legs. That sounded wrong. That sounded really wrong. But that's what I went with. Okay. Please no goals for them here in the overtime. I would be... Yeah, I'll be mad. Okay. Not exactly the amount of chances that I was looking for, but we did find the result I was looking for. But it's that one chance for them where our not wide center back, our wing back just, So not bad. Not a bad match at all, but it's also a little bit concerning with that wingback area. And I'm gonna try and tell them to actually mark specifically the wingback and the wingers out there instead of them going in there. So yeah, let's get out of this match. Well, 6 unbeaten, and that is in the league, so that's not too bad. Yeah, okay, but a couple of draws, of course, as well. 3 draws, 3 wins. It's not bad. It's not bad. Where are we in the league? We are number 2. Great, 21 points. Well, Millwall do have 1 in hand, so yeah, we'll see about that. But what I wanted to do is come in here and go into opposition instructions, and I want to go into positionings, and I want to see, I wish I could tell, no, I don't think I can. Can I tell him to, I believe I can. Yeah, mark specific player. No, mark specific positioning. See, I can only mark as one thing. I wish there was like mark specific positioning. Actually, I'm just going to go for the wingers here. Just go for, what is that going to be? Who is this? This is, so that's the left side. So that's going to be the right hand side. AM right. But there might not be an AM right. That's the thing. It's such a, I don't know. I wish this was completely changed in the future. I hope SI is still hopefully deciding to change this soon enough, because I don't feel like it's a good way to, it's not a good mechanic for the game, basically. Because I would like to mark tightly on the left-hand side, not just one specific role. That's the thing. So I'm going to tell him to do that, and I'm going to tell the other side to do the same, just on the other side, of course. But I would also like them to do that with the midfielders if they have, you know, so you have to come in here and do this every single time. And it's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit odd, isn't it? But what I can also do is go into the opposition instructions like before, and then I can go into positionings and say, I want tight marking on, but the problem is, who is going to do that? Yeah, so I can say that for the AMC, no, the AML, always, and these two, always and always. And oh no, actually that's not true. That's not them. I want these guys, midfielder left, and if they do have wing backs, always. So that should be okay. But then again, is this got? Let's see if it works. I'll figure out if this works or it's just gonna hinder me from. I'll figure it out, I guess. Anyway, guys, when are we gonna come back? Well, you know how it is. I'm gonna play like 19, 7, 8 games or something in the league, and then come back for you. And yeah, maybe the FA Cup first round, I don't know. Macomber, Burton, I don't know, probably further down the list here. I don't know. I always don't really know when I'm coming back, when I feel like it's okay to come back. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long one. Yeah, that's how it is for me. So see you around next time.